All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Tears of the Realms. Yes, this is our homebrewed Cypher System powered TTRPG set in our weird, messed up version of the Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom flavor of Hyrule, and the people below me are all here and having fun, and we're gonna just keep saying that because it's fun.
Because we're about to die.
I
I'm
was
not
real. I'm a hologram.
you mentioned Tears of the Realms. I'm like, oh, so we're not at Sabaro? That's crazy.
So yeah, first things first, we are very, very sorry that it has been
Isn't
just
that
a
the
little bit of
sandwich shop?
time.
No, it's a pizza place. It's bad.
We're very, very sorry. It's been a little bit of time since we have had an episode, and that is entirely because the people below me all do super awesome stuff, like all the time. Like Kiri
I was
has
none
a
of this awesomeness.
book coming out, and Lex was in a cabaret.
I'm
And
still there.
Yeah.
I live at the Kit Kat Club.
and
It's very exhausting.
Jax is super cool and doing other really amazing stuff, including introducing the youngins to the tabletop RPGs, which is very awesome. And Ilea is becoming a doctor.
Not interesting. Shh.
And doing
Yes,
super cool
I
stuff.
get to perform surgical procedures.
That's exactly what we need. Ilea with a scalpel terrifies me.
No, scalpels are great.
She is a brain surgeon. She's going to be a brain surgeon, by the way, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be scary. But me just with normal scalpels, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think
terrifying.
brain surgeons use a specific brain surgeon scalpel?
No, I meant like non.
Yeah, no, that's what I use
brain
specifically for
work.
brain surgery.
And a lot of them are using like robots now
That scalpel
to
goes
be
up
more
to 11.
precise. Yeah,
And it's absolutely fascinating. And no, never mind science. I won't do that.
it is.
Also, don't they
Honestly,
have
I would prefer
specific-
obsidian bladed scalpels. Just putting that out there if
Fair.
anyone wants to give me a gift.
Actually, I am going to share sciencey stuff. The scientists in the UK recently just created cells from a plant that actually turned into the same kind of cells that human skin has and human tissue. And they just passed the trials for that.
Very, very cool.
Look it up. It's fascinating.
I read an article recently. There's apparently a pathogen that affects plants that is completely benign in humans because we're not plants. But if humans get infected
What?
with it, it apparently your immune system will still mess with it, and it'll apparently train your immune system to kill cancer cells. And so it's still super, super early research. This is stuff. But if it works the way that they theorize it does, it may be an entirely new treatment for cancer.
Is that the same one that was also being released in the UK as a treatment?
Possible?
You know?
I don't know. I read one article on it, and I haven't been
Okay.
able to.
I think that's it because it's I don't remember the specifics. I got distracted. But yes, it's supposed to make your body turn against the cancer cells, so it actually attacks them. It
Yeah.
stops the ability of it binds the ability of the cancer cells to shut down your immune system. That's what it does.
Anyway, really, really cool. And if it does work
Science.
that way, like, again, for anyone that doesn't know, like, the current way that we treat cancer is we literally poison your body in multiple different ways, hoping that it kills the cancer cells faster
And
than
not
it kills
just
you.
you.
Yep.
Like, that's the entirety of cancer treatment, right? Or the majority of cancer treatment is built around this idea of let's see if we can kill the cancer cells faster than we kill you. And so the idea of something that actually doesn't massively destroy your body is crazy. And even if it's only like 20% effective or something like that, that is still
If it's
going to be
5%
crazy.
effective, like
Like it's
imagine your immune
Teardrops are
system
not all
not being
loading.
shut down. Teardrops? Oh,
Looks like my teardrops aren't all loading. I've got a little broken image thing, no matter how many times I refresh my character page.
Let me
Oh.
look.
I've got a broken image, but I've got the text of the teardrop showing for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought I had more than one.
uh,
Yeah, I've got a few listed.
Because I got
I've
rid of
got
my curse one,
I
but
have
then
3 for some reason.
Well, I will say if you try to open the image in a new tab, it's 403 forbidden. So that's probably something on their website.
yeah,
okay.
it might just be because
Weird.
we, Elias, who can't be with us today, unfortunately, created a custom character sheet for us. And it's very possible that with updates and things like that, the custom character sheet has not been updated, and so it might be causing issues.
Okay.
However,
So odd.
the broken GIF is just the logo for Tears of the Realms that we use.
Okay.
So theoretically, I believe
Well,
you
then
may
I'm
only
just
have
confused
that
because
one teardrop because you gave away
could
one
have
of your
sworn I had,
teardrops.
yeah, but I had 3 at the time, and I only have a strength boost. Man, I don't know. I
I don't
thought I
know.
had another. Ignore me. It's been forever.
Anyway, so let's talk about announcements. Lots of stuff is going on right now. Specifically for this show, Monty Cook Games, the people that publish the Cypher system, started a Kickstarter at the beginning of the month for basically second edition Cypher system, which they are just calling Cypher. It has been highly successful. I think they reached their funding goal in hours, and have just been knocking out more and more stretch goals. One of those stretch goals being an updated version of The Strange, which is the system that I lovingly plagiarized for Tears of the Realms. And I think right now they're currently trying one of the current stretch goal is an adventure for their Predation campaign setting, which is basically dinosaurs, like Land of the Lost style dinosaurs stuff, which is very cool as well. So yeah, right now, with going, if everything goes to plan, it is intended that by this time next year, Cypher will be complete. And one of the many changes is they add hit points so that we no longer have to worry about every time you take damage, it comes out of one of your pools. And I know Elias was very happy about that. So, yeah, I can't guarantee what's going to happen with this particular game as far as whether or not we will update to the new version or not, but it's a thing. It's cool. And it's going on right now. One of the things I like, they have both physical and digital tiers, and both for support. And both of them have a thing called the all-in tier, which not only gets you all the stuff that the Kickstarter is doing, but it basically gets you every single Cypher System book, or at least almost every single Cypher System book that has been published thus far, aside from the Numenera books. So, yeah, I pledged at the all-in level simply because it gets me lots of stuff. You could effectively get the entirety of the Cypher System right now for $90, which is insane. And I already own most of it. So that's really cool. There's another Kickstarter that just ended for a game called Where's Blade, which is actually an old Japanese TTRPG that first came out in the late 80s. That is sword and sorcery and mechs, because of course it is. And they successfully funded, again, within a day or so. And yeah, that's going to become a real thing, which is very, very cool. Trying to think of other stuff, like tons and tons and tons of stuff the TTRPG world has been going on. Critical Role Campaign 4 has not only been announced, they've shown character art of all the characters. That goes live October the 2nd, so we're only a few weeks away from that. And people are getting super excited about that level of nonsense. They have 13 players. 13 players. That's nonsense. So that's a thing. Any other TTRPG things that you guys are aware of going on right now? Cool. In other news, you can be Fae and solve crime in what, like 3 weeks ish? 2 weeks, somewhere in that neighborhood?
2 weeks and 3 days.
2 weeks and 3 days. So, the amazing
16 days.
the amazing Kiri Callaghan has written a book that is going to be published in 2 weeks and 3 days or whatever it is. And we are super, super excited about it. It's called The Hearth Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder. And it looks absolutely amazing. You can pre-order it at all of your favorite book type places, including things like Barnes and Noble. You can go to your local library and say, hey, I want you to get this book. And then lots of people can get it. I think you could also request like audiobook versions of it too and things like that.
If you go to Libby, your library's Libby, and you just search for it and press that little bell that says notify me, that tells them, hey, we want this. And that's all you have to do. And it's of no cost to you. If you're like, I want to read it, but I don't have funds. I understand. But there's also a way to do that.
Yep. And it's a way to, support libraries, which are wonderful, amazing places staffed by people that do not get the credit that they deserve. Librarians are wonderful people.
And you need a degree to be a librarian, which most people don't realize.
I did not realize that.
Yes.
Is it
I think
any
that mine is a
degree, or do you
librarian.
actually need like a
No,
literature
you need
degree?
a degree in library sciences.
Yeah,
Really?
library sciences, library and information sciences. Yeah,
Yep.
it's actually a program.
Yes.
Interesting.
My friend Caitlin is a badass librarian. Be nice to your librarians.
Be super
Yes.
nice to your librarians and treat books with respect, please. If you're going to a library, you should be doing this anyway.
Yeah.
Don't dog ear pages.
If it's not your book,
If it's not your book.
Yeah, your book.
Your
you can
book,
do
do
whatever,
whatever
you
you
want. But
Yep.
so anyway,
Sounds
yes, we are very excited. I have been following. By the way, guys, you really need to follow Kiri's Instagram because she puts lots of cool stuff on there. Some of which is just lore dumps for this new book, and it has hooked me immensely. Also, you get to watch her and her amazingly wonderful wife do Morris dancing, which is much cooler than I originally thought.
And dress up as beautiful,
I don't
wonderful
know about
pirates.
that.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
are
it was
lots
like
of
a
pics
pirate
of.
day yesterday. I'm a
Yes.
little hungover. My wife is very hungover. People bought her
Yar.
shots.
Again, tell her if she ever needs help thinning out her wardrobe, I will be there. She's
Fortunately,
she's
time
so
is
like
just doing it for us.
fabulous and well dressed.
Gotta go shopping again.
So anyway, yeah,
Getting
cool things like
threadbare.
that. And yeah, the reason we keep saying pre-order the book, the whole like New York Times bestseller list, it's all based on like your first week of sales, and pre-orders all factor into that. And I want more than anything else in the world right now to be able to come on the show and go. And by the way, we have with us today New York Times bestselling author Kiri Callaghan. So
Ah,
yeah, that would be also. It's a super cool book, and yeah. Speaking of this super cool book and lore dumps and stuff like that, it has been announced, though nothing beyond that, the Good Time Society, which is Becca Scott's production company that creates all this amazing tabletop and TTRPG related content, has officially filmed a Hearth Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder one-shot using Daggerheart, which is super, super cool. I'm a massive fan of Daggerheart. I've done my own Daggerheart playthrough on my YouTube channel. That was super, super fun. And so, yeah, and there's lots of cool people involved. I believe someone give me his last name again. Xander's last name? What is it?
Genre.
Genre, thank you. Xander Genre is the game master for it. Becca and Erica are two of the players. There's more players, but I don't remember their names. But they're all lovely, amazing, wonderful peoples. So, yeah, that will come out sometime after the book launches. So you should probably be subscribed to the Good Time Society YouTube channel, because in addition to that, they also do lots of other cool, amazing stuff. So yeah. Oh, and I will mention this as well. I was lucky enough to be able to interview Homie and the Dude, which is a father-son duo that creates campaign settings. They've successfully released two different campaign settings. One that's basically airships and skyships and how to kind of add them to games. The second one was called The Floating Tavern, which is kind of this like castle in the sky, Howl's Floating Castle-esque tavern in the sky that also has a lot of not Kiki's Delivery Service. What's the other one? Spirit Away kind of mixed into it as well. And they're currently doing a Kickstarter for their newest campaign setting called The Scorched Basin. I was lucky enough to get a chance to interview them. You can see the interview on my YouTube channel. They are amazingly wonderful people. And yeah, The Scorched Basin, find it on Kickstarter. It's very, very cool. And has lots of things. Like there's a bunch of different languages that are included in there that you can add to whatever game you want, including one that's based off of American Sign Language, which is very cool. They have recipes for like food and stuff that you could put in. They have these things. Yes, Chax. That's exactly what we need, is to give Chax more ability to cook. They have these things that they call bashers, which are basically ground vehicles that are very kind of Mad Max-esque things. And they have this entire Scorched Basin setting that includes a new magic system and lore for all these different groups and stuff. It's really, really impressive. So definitely check that out. Any other announcements of the things?
Come see Cabaret at Los Altos Stage Show Company if you're in Bay Area.
Yes.
That's it.
Lex is in the show. He is. Remind me again. You are understudying the MC.
I play Bobby, and also am the MC.
So yes,
understudying.
Very, very cool stuff. It's a hell of a show too. If you've ever seen Cabaret, it's a fantastically strange show.
It's a beautiful show. Very relevant. It's great.
Any other announcements we should be aware of? You
No.
are muted, Ilea.
Yeah, if you live near Rio, I'm going to Brazil in mid-October. So,
And if you live in Spain, I will be traveling around from Monday on for a few weeks.
Yay! Spain is like Southern Europe, right? Well, I guess it's
Yes.
September at this point. I was still thinking for some odd reason that it was summer. I was like, I'm not sure how much fun it would be to be in Spain in the
Well,
summer.
that's because we just had a heat wave.
Hmm.
It was in the 80s for 5 days.
And it's quite lovely because Spain's weather matches San Diego's all year round.
Really?
So pretty much, yeah.
That's
Brazil's
fascinating.
going to be a lot nicer than Wisconsin come May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't really see the comparison being that unfavorable for Brazil. I mean, Wisconsin October is not the worst weather that Wisconsin has, but it's ramping up to Snowvember. So, and we do every so often get snow in October because why not? We also get snow in July because again, why not?
Well, I mean, winter does go until like end of March, right?
Ish.
April?
Winter goes in Wisconsin however the hell long it wants to.
It
Yes,
used to
but
go
last year was
longer.
really interesting. Yeah. It was like 68 in the spring. And
Yeah,
my nieces were running around in shorts and tank tops, going, "Oh, it's so hot here."
I
It wasn't
left
-5.
I left Wisconsin early December, no snow on the ground. And I came back mid-January, no snow on the ground. So last year was really bad, actually, for the flora and fauna.
And then we
So
had
hopefully snow this year.
like a couple months ago. Has it been that long? I think so.
Mhm.
The most rainfall Wisconsin has seen in a century, and half of Wisconsin flooded. So, yeah. And now you can swim through our air because Wisconsin loves its humidity. And we also will have things like 81 day and then the upper 40s the next because Wisconsin. Anyway,
So if anyone wants to help me get back to California, please do.
with that, I think it is time for us to return to Tears of the Realms. The party is in battle. Having gone to Gerudo City to discover what had become of the Tears Corps scouts that had been sent there, they were greeted warmly, given their own carriage, and brought before the new leader of the Gerudo, a powerful sorcerer that called himself Aganeru, claiming to be the single male-born Gerudo. In 100 years, he claimed his rightful title as ruler of the Gerudo and started making changes. As the party investigated more, they realized something was off, and as they went to find the Tears Corps members that had been captured, they discovered magic afoot. Something gave Aganeru the ability to control not only the minds of one or two people, but apparently the minds of half the city. And he had used it to usurp control from the normal chieftain of the Gerudo. Aino, in her infinite wisdom, decided to play onto his vanity by giving him a cursed present. And as they were attempting to free the Tears Corps guards, Adesh got into a battle of wills with Aganeru, that when Aganeru attempted to influence control over Adesh, Aino's gift activated and caused every single person that was mind controlled to freeze. Sensing an opportunity to possibly triumph over this figure, the party went to confront him in the throne room, befriending the former captain of the guard on the way, and making the current usurped captain of the guard look like a fool. When they arrived, Aganeru, still mad with power, decided to show off not only the strength of his magic, but the additional power he gained from a secret stone he had on a harness attached to his chest. And thus, the battle began, with the party attempting to remove the secret stone from Aganeru. And that is where we return. So, since it has been a little bit of time, why doesn't everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me? For anyone that doesn't remember how it works, initiative is a wisdom-based task. And basically your goal is you're going to try and beat the target number of the bad guy, which is 30. So if you guys, if you beat the target, you get to go before he does. If you don't, you just go after he does. So if anyone wants to burn effort, if you are trained in initiative, all of those things would be necessary for you to be able to actually go first. So with that being said, why doesn't everybody give me wisdom initiative rolls?
I had to go dig out my other dice because I can't find the D20 on my gesture set. What the heck? Tony's effort.
20.
Cool.
Still not a 30.
I
Wait,
I
do you
don't-
add it?
I'm not wasting effort for this. I'm gonna stick with an 18.
Okay.
This
I
is
got a 17.
Okay.
Same.
All right. So all of you guys will be going after Aganeru. And you guys have done a little bit of damage to Aganeru. However,
Jody,
yes.
Not trained.
is the key separate from me right now?
Because you weren't here last time, I will leave that up to you. It is very obvious that you are in danger.
Okay,
So if
cool.
you want
I
to be
figured
merged, you can.
they'd be joined, but I didn't want to assume.
Yeah, that'll be up to you. But
Okay.
if you want to be joined, it would make sense. He has already hit you guys with shadow magic before, and done a little bit of damage to you guys. Though Adesh's protective spell has been useful because up until this point, he's been using exclusively shadow magic. So yeah, we're going to start with, I don't have it saved, I believe he was only down to, I think, 94 hit points. All right, so
94 hit points, you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been a
Okay.
lot of distracting while Mato and Adesh got across the wall.
Yeah. So, as of right now, you guys are in the throne room. There are large pillars, some of which have been destroyed as you guys are actually using them to smack him on the head. And Zariah has been using them as forms of cover. Also, the back wall is just open to the desert.
Where is my hit point?
You don't, in the Cypher system, you don't have hit points, you have your power pools.
Okay.
So the
Thank
same
you.
things that fuel all of your abilities are also, if you take damage, it first comes out of your courage pool, then your wisdom pool,
Thank you.
then your intelligence pool. So, any other questions? Because again, it's been a hot minute since we played, so.
Can you repeat it's courage then power then wisdom in terms of hit points?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You always
Okay.
take it out of your courage pool first. Then, once your courage pool is down, you go wisdom. Once that's down, you go to your
Oh, so it's just go from from left to right.
Yepers. And as soon as one of your pools reaches 0, you move down what's called the damage track, which causes bad things to happen to you. So, any other questions before we get going? Cool.
I'll probably have more, but it's fine.
So, as of right now, there is a large ice wall that has kind of split the room into two. Adesh was able to burn a hole into it, and I believe all of you have kind of come to the other side, where Zariah is kind of flying around and just insulting him repeatedly to keep his attention and to keep him angry. So that being said, I think we're going to start with him still being angry at Zariah. And Zariah, I'm going to have you choose even or odd.
Odd.
All right. So you can see him just getting more and more angry. And you watch as the anger starts to kind of radiate over him as this kind of darkness. You can see the shadow magic just kind of filling everything with him. And he sees you, and you see for a brief instant, he keeps shooting you with all this shadow magic and nothing's happening, which is getting him more and more furious. So you watch him just for a brief moment kind of calm down for a second. You watch as fog starts to form around his hand, and you see this icicle start growing out of it, and he fires this icicle directly at you. And I need a wisdom defense roll from you. Difficulty 30, or difficulty 10. Yeah, difficulty 30. You need to roll a 90.
I'm screwed. All right. If I'm trained at it, it drops it down 1 to a 9. And then
Can I assist by also being annoying and give an asset of distraction?
Can Dilly assist by being annoying without realizing they're assisting?
I will give you 2 assets from the annoyance of your friends.
yay!
That I'm good with. However, in order for you guys to succeed, why don't you both give me, I'll let you choose either wisdom or power checks, difficulty 5. Because at this point, he's not super difficult to annoy. But
I got an 18.
You're good.
Dilly is just naturally annoying.
I got a 19.
As a
I know
reminder,
wins.
A 19. That's very cool. What's that?
It's a
Thanks,
Dice.
Dice.
Stray.
Oh, that's
tray that
cool.
my wife got me that looks like a fairy circle.
Oh,
Aw.
And I also am playing with dice that have little mushrooms.
Ah.
That's adorable.
Well, as a reminder, in the Cypher system, rolling a 19 gives you a minor effect. So if you want to think about what your minor effect is going to be, Kiri, while Zariah, your 2 assets have brought it down to a difficulty 8. So
Cool. And then I'm trained so it to 7, and then I'm going to use
7.
an effort token so that it's a 6.
okay, and then very quickly, while you're rolling, everybody take a reroll token from Imp.
Yay.
And then Sarah effing Guzman has given me 2 GM intrusion tokens, which are very fun and I love.
no.
I got a 19.
19. Again, you get a minor effect for that. Do you have an idea as far as what you might like for your minor effect?
I want to keep making him angry.
Okay, cool. So, as you are, as you see this kind of large icicle just being thrown at you, or as he's kind of gearing it up, you know, I know comes up and I know. How do you see yourself being annoying?
I'm going to do just a flash of my aurora light, but it's like really bright.
Okay.
And because it's it's electromagnetic, it's gonna have a little bit of. I'd like my minor effect. I want to give him tinnitus.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
require his hearing in order to keep him pissed.
You can
Oh,
still
don't
hear
make it
with
too
tinnitus.
loud.
You'll be able to
It
Don't make
just
it too loud.
sucks.
That's not true because I get my tinnitus will tune out my hearing in my ears sometimes. So it can completely overpower any of your audio. So it depends on how intent it is.
Well,
Yeah.
this was
I
only a
just
19,
want
not a
that-
20.
It's a minor.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
That's
that it's that low level, high pitched sudden light sensitivity. Just like I'm
I
just being annoying.
I had a band director, because he was a band director, develop tinnitus from just too much noise. And so because of that, there were certain pitches that he just couldn't hear because he'd had the tinnitus long enough that his brain just stopped registering it. But
Yes.
everything that was the same pitch as his tinnitus, he just couldn't hear those notes anymore.
And did you know that you
Can
can
you just
have tinnitus
Start
in multiple
talking
pitches?
just in that pitch.
So, so yeah, you see him kind of like blink and kind of rub his ear a little bit. Dilly, how do you see Dilly being annoying?
So Dilly is just doing this without realizing it's annoying the person, but this is a like women first species. Yes,
It's a matriarchal
Yes.
society.
that is how that came out today. I am tired.
I just thought of like Women and Women First from Portlandia, that absolutely insufferable bookstore.
Yeah. So
You just
Dilly,
become one of those women?
yes, immediately. No, what Dilly is doing is because this is new for them, not what they're used to experiencing, and they don't really ascribe to the gender nonsense. So they just start singing a song about women empowerment that sounds not good and surprisingly like Beyonce's Who Run the World. And just repeats that line over and over again. And
I
it's
love the
helping
idea
Dilly
that
concentrate.
Billy knows this song, but only one.
If you go and look at the lyrics of that song, there's not much else.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
fair.
Shakespeare, it was not written by.
And it has many more authors than Shakespeare.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so as he sits there and all this stuff is going on, he lets fly the icicle, and Zariah, you see it coming towards you, and you just kind of move to the side, and it crashes behind you, leaving little shards of ice in the wall behind you. And you kind of look at him and go, "Oh, poor baby." The effects of your minor effects, I'm going to say for the next 2 attacks that he makes, the defense roll is going to be eased by 1 because of both of your minor effects, the tinnitus and the just mocking him incessantly. So, that being said, I am going to burn one of the 2 GM intrusion tokens I just got. And you see him just like furious, and so he points at a Dash, and he just goes, "Do it!" And you watch as a Dash seemingly absent-mindedly kind of points at Zariah, because you're the one that has pissed him off the most. And he, you see this like burst of shadow flame that he's just regained control of, and he shoots it at Zariah. And again, I need a wisdom. Or wait. Yeah, we'll do a wisdom defense roll.
What am I
because-
beating?
Say again?
What am I beating?
we'll call this a difficulty 9 because it's technically him making the attack through Adesh.
24. All right. So 8. I already used my wisdom.
Does the armor against shadow stuff that Adesh gave her help at all?
This is Shadow Flame, so yes,
So it
would.
will. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you right
I
now.
asked.
The bad guy does 15 points of damage when he attacks. Adesh does 4.
Yeah, I got a 12, so I'm not going to beat it anyway.
So, as this bolt of Shadow Flame hits you, nothing happens, and you see him get even more infuriated. With that being said, who would like to go first? You guys technically are all going after him, so you guys can go in whatever order you feel is most appropriate.
Well, I think Soraya rolled a 20, so
Oh,
I
it doesn't
feel
matter.
like-
No.
I
but
don't care.
I feel like you
I-
should get at least first pick.
Yeah, I do have a
Rolled real
quick
well.
question.
Sure.
We're all away from him, right? No
Yeah,
one's
where
in
are we?
short range of him.
Because he cut the room effectively in half, it's a big room, but you guys are all within short range of each other effectively. It's not large enough for you guys to be further than about, if I remember correctly, short range is 50 in Cypher, right?
Don't know. I just have something that
30.
has stuff to do with short range.
It's 30. So yeah, you guys are roughly within about 30 feet of all of each other, so everyone's within about short range.
Okay,
including
including a big bad Agamemnon.
Yes. Aganewu,
Okay.
but yes.
Look, you're not going to get
Is
me to
he within
switch.
short range?
Say again?
Is he within short range?
Yes, everyone.
Okay.
Everyone's within short range right now. Now.
Okay. If I can go first, I'm going to keep him distracted.
Floor is yours.
All right. Yes, Jim?
Absolutely. I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure out how are you going to attempt to distract him?
Oh, I've got a lot of snark saved up.
Excellent. Why don't you make me a power roll
Alright.
then,
Alright.
while I get a teardrop for Ino.
I got
Shenanigans.
3, so I'm going to roll that.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. So I got I got a 3 the first time, so I rolled and I got a 19.
Okay. Again, anything against him is going to be difficulty 10.
Oh,
So, adding
that's right.
things to it can bring that low. The minor effect is still
Oh,
going to
wait.
be useful.
Wait, I forgot that I have. No, wait, you said power?
Yes, power.
Wait, what form am I in? Oh, shadow. Okay, good.
A difficulty 10.
Oh, I
That's
forgot I
great.
had that. No. Dang it.
Because it's whatever
Yeah.
the thing times 3.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So. Gosh, what was I doing last time? Well, you said he hits for less because of his tinnitus and
His attacks against you guys are going to be eased by 1
2.
step for the next 2 attacks that he makes. And
Okay.
one of them just happened, so you have 1 more
right.
that'll be eased by 1 step.
Okay.
I know, as you are seeing all of this happen, as Zerai is kind of coming up with stuff, you notice in the rubble a small vial of something. As you go over to pick it up, you find a teardrop that's called Heat Attack. For the next day, each time the user strikes a solid creature or object, the attack generates a burst of heat that inflicts 2 additional points of damage. So I will post that in the
Chat.
Roll20 chat so you can see that. So yes,
Right.
if you ingest that or anyone else ingests that, you basically get for the whole day. Every time you attack, it also explodes.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm just going to eat that immediately.
Okay.
Right.
So
What does
Um,
it taste like?
Does it matter what level it is?
you can roll a d6 to find out the level, but the level doesn't actually change anything about it, so
Okay, cool.
doesn't
cool.
matter. And since you're instantly drinking it, you don't even have to record
Yeah.
it. You can just go, I have fire.
I now have
She sets
on
fire
top of my electromagnetic.
to the big bad guy.
So back to Zoraya.
Yes.
Hold on.
So I'm gonna make my comment, and then I got a 12, so I know it's not gonna do anything, but I'm still gonna make a comment anyway.
Okay,
If you're okay with it.
go ahead. Well, you got a 19 again, so that does give you a minor effect. So if we want, like, the minor effect that we did last time was just affecting his attacks. So if you want to do that and basically just extend it for another attack that he makes, you can go that route. Or if you
Okay.
have a different idea for a minor effect, we can go that route too.
Nope, sounds great.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Go ahead. Did you have a thing to say? Go for
I
it.
have, Jody, I have a list, so you're all baby. I was like, no, I've got so much, I've got so much more.
Jack's
Go
made
for it.
So
a
if he
D100
misses
table.
again, let me know. I do. For a whole bunch of different situations.
Love it.
Yep.
So,
Um,
go for it.
So she's going to kind of look at him and go, you know, for someone with a god complex, you're awfully reliant on accessories.
And for the first time in most of this fight, you see him just kind of acknowledge she's just pushing my buttons, and he kind of starts realizing, oh, there's other people here that I need to demolish. So,
That's right. That's what happened.
I have a quick question.
yes, what is your question?
So Adesh made it so that those attacks hit for less. Is that only shadow attacks?
Yes, only shadow attacks are. He gave you a shadow shield, effectively,
Okay.
because he has a spell, I think called Elemental Shield or something akin to that. Yeah, Elemental Protection is what it's called.
Okay.
So it protects against a specific element, and he chose Shadow. So anytime Aganeru is able to shift to a different element, that shield is no longer going to be protecting you.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. So, that being said, who would like to go next? I know. What does I know want to do?
I know. I know it's a teardrop, and for those reasons, it should be a teardrop. But I kind of wanted this to be like a moment of like talking with Aki and being like, "All right, Aki, so many people are depending on us. We need to free them."
Mhm.
So, with her aurora, their aurora flames, and that added fire, I guess, to it because it's light and fire now. I guess with eating that thing, or it's heat.
We can call it. There are multiple versions of ciphers in the cipher system, and one of the flavors of cipher is called a subtle cipher, which doesn't have a physical form. It's just like an ability that you gain. So we can 100% flavor this as while you're sitting there, you're like, I have friends. They need my help, and you hear a key in the back of your mind. I help, and suddenly you start seeing, in addition to the aurora coming out of you, you see little bits of flame kind of jumping off of your fingers and hands.
Strangest
It's this
Jolteon
idea of,
Flareon mashup.
Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of people who are depending on us to get that stone away from that guy. And I am going to. Oh, I'm so glad I have so many rerolls and effort tokens right now. I'm going to use my Aurora Flames as I close a little bit of the distance, just because I'm hitting a smaller target. I imagine what I'm going to try to do is have Aino run and kind of slide a little bit while
Mhm.
throwing an Aurora Flame at one of the straps
Okay.
to get one of those last two uh, burned away if possible. I'm going to burn so many things to do this. Oh, so good.
So
All
we're
right.
starting out at difficulty 10.
Yep.
Where would you like to go
Okay.
from there?
So I'm going to take it down. Use my efforts again. So that's going to. I still can only use.
So
Better
on your
call
character
possibly.
sheet, there should be
Yeah.
a thing that tells you the maximum amount of effort you're allowed to use right now.
Yeah.
Which
And then
Sure,
my
player
edge is how
intrusions.
much that's going to cost. What does a player intrusion do for me again?
player choose. It's effectively you rolled a nat 20 is what we treat it as. So it gives you
Great.
a benefit in addition to whatever you're doing. So a major effect, effectively.
Fantastic.
Oh, I forgot. Despite the fact that it was just initiative, checks because you rolled a nat 20, that does give you a major effect.
Yeah.
So while Aino's doing her turn, think about what you might want for a major effect. Minor effect, again, the way we've treated the minor effects thus far, they've effectively affected one round of combat. Major effect can affect more than that. So think about that. Back to Aino. If you want to use a player intrusion token, again, effectively you get a major effect.
Great. So I can bring it down to 8. Is it possible I can use what Soraya just did on her turn as an asset?
Because she failed at the roll, no.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
Can
Yes,
the fact
Dilly.
that Dilly is still singing Who Run the World Girls repeatedly act as an asset?
Again, I'll have you make a difficulty 5 wisdom or power to check, but we can call
Okay.
that an asset.
Just one section, and it keeps going to different
17!
keys.
Cool. So you have one asset.
I'm rotating through my dice so that
She's
I
making
don't
me
get
do
jinxed.
math and I hate it.
So right now, if you choose to use your effort, I'm assuming you have a maximum of 2 effort.
I do.
Okay.
It's
So
2 effort.
2 effort would bring it down to an 8. Your first asset will bring it down to a 7. So you need one more
21.
reduction to get it to something that you can roll. If you have a skill that you think would apply here, that acts separately from effort and assets.
Am I able to potentially utilize my wait 1 second. I'm skilled in perception. Combination of that and aggressive learning of like how it's worn of like, all right, if I hit at this angle, it will right up the I feel like we're supposed to be losing this battle with that much to bring down that we can't do.
Well, I mean, you guys are basically fighting an end boss level character.
Oh, no, I
and you've
know.
been doing exceptionally well. So
Well,
Or can I possibly use my skill of mind reading since he's no longer shielded that same way to really, really hit that song home?
So is mind reading
like an earworm.
is mind reading a special ability that requires you to activate it, or is it an actual skill? Like on your character sheet, you have 2 different. You have special abilities, and then you have skills separated by.
Oh, okay, never mind. This is a
everything's-
special ability. Sorry. Let me go down to my skills.
Yeah.
while she does that, could my major effects be like weakening? No, that was right. Some of the links on the harness, or a link on the harness.
Because of how the game is going right now, I wouldn't really consider that a major effect because you guys are already able to hit these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see that as being beneficial to you guys because it's
Okay.
something you can already do.
Done him.
If you would like your major effect to somehow maybe reduce difficulty of attacks against him or something like that, we can come up with something.
Okay.
Because a major effect, I could totally see for this combat encounter, something happens and it just makes him easier to hit. I wouldn't let
Okay.
you reduce all difficulties for him, but if
Yes.
specifically you want to make it easier to hit, I'm good with
Yes.
that for a major effect.
Okay. Can I do that then?
Okay.
Okay.
So, moving forward, specifically for attack rolls, the one thing you have to decide is what are you doing that is going to make him easier to hit. So go ahead and keep thinking about that while we go back to Kiri. However,
can I
because
use-
this was a major effect that happened before, we're just going to lower the difficulty to a base 9, which means as of
Okay.
right now, it
I'm
is
now at a
6.
6.
Because
I'm at a
2
6
effort
now?
and 1 asset.
Yeah. Just for good measure, can I use my skill of tinkering with devices as a way of better understanding now that we've taken away 2 of these straps to be like, that's the weakest point on this construction.
I'm good with that.
Um,
So that brings you down
okay,
to difficulty 5.
Thank you, my love. All right.
And remember to mark off.
And I will be using, okay, so that takes away, I use 2 effort tokens so I get to keep my pool because he's probably going to hit me and I need to keep that pool higher if I can. I'm going to also use a player intrusion. So I want that major effect goodness. 17 with the major effects because I am using a player intrusion.
17's enough to hit. So what is your major effect going to be?
Is it possible for it to not just hit the strap, but for the flame to just continue to travel along the harness?
So you basically want to double success, basically. Get 2 straps for the price of 1 kind of thing?
Potentially, or at least weaken the second one. Because it's going to be like, or he'll have to then be like, fuck.
All right.
Which then he might actually weaken the second one in trying to bat out the flames on the
Choose
remaining.
even or odd.
I'm always an odd girl.
Cool. All right. So, for your major effect, as you guys watch as Aino kind of moves forward, Aganderu sees her moving and just instantly shoots this shadow of a flame at her. And she kind of goes down to her knees and kind of slides under it. As she gets up, she kind of flicks her hand, and you see this kind of rainbow-colored light start moving towards him. And right as it hits the harness, you see this burst of rainbow-colored flames that snap one of them. And you watch as it goes, and as it starts to burn through the final remaining strap, you watch him just and place it down, and you can see the strap itself is singed and seems to be weakened, but is not broken yet. I'm going to burn
It just
2
sounds so cool.
GM intrusion tokens real quick here to make him just kind of scream in... you see him go, I don't understand! This is my world! I have done everything and I have this! And you watch as he starts creating this ice on his hands. And he goes, "Argh!" And he slams it against his chest. And you watch as ice just starts completely covering the harness. And I know you are close enough at this point that you also watch, as soon as I'm finished with the description, you also watch as frostbite forms on his skin everywhere, and he takes 5 points of damage from that.
From the frostbite?
Yes.
That was actually what I was going to ask. It was like, he has very little protection.
Yeah, he's
How
basically the harness. He has ice directly on his skin, but he has effectively reinforced it slightly.
How much did he take from Aino's attack?
He didn't take any damage from it because I know wasn't
Yeah, I went
damaging
straight
him.
for the harness.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Now that
Thank
that's
you.
done, Zariah, did you come up with how you are going to distract him or do something that makes him easier to hit for the rest of combat as your major effect?
Can it be something related to, like, with all of our comments, can he just be, like, slightly distracted where that's, like, nestled in the back of his mind? That, and, like, splitting his
how
focus?
does this sound? You are so fixated
sounded
on
great.
him.
Yeah, I like that too.
So perfectly timed.
That was timed very conveniently
You
well.
are so fixated on him, and you. I can't remember. Do you have siblings or no?
I have adopted siblings.
Okay. The reason I
Zariah
asked.
has many siblings.
Yes.
No. I'm talking about you,
Biological-
Chess. I'm talking
Oh,
about you,
yes.
Chess.
Yes, I have 4.
Oh yeah, because I know your sister who's a doctor.
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
one of the things that happens when you have siblings is you will get this kind of sixth sense about when you've got them.
Yes.
And you know that this one thing is just that's the thing that at this particular point in time is just getting them, and you know it's getting them. You now have this sixth sense with him so that every time he does something, one of these quips comes up and you know it's just and so moving
Oh, you
forward,
don't like it when I hit upon your inferiority complex.
moving forward, since you have your D100 list, every action that he takes or every time somebody attacks him, you quip right before the attack. I figured that would work.
Vicious mockery indeed.
Oh, that.
Is that an
Those
appropriate
siblings are coming
major
in
effect?
handy.
Okay.
Yep.
So that being said, Ino's turn is over. Dilly, did you want to go next?
I would love to go next.
Okay.
And so what Dilly's going to do is attach an Aruna hand bomb to a dagger
Of course
and
she is.
throw that
I am here
towards
for
his
this
heart.
chaos.
And if I need to use an intrusion token to make this work, I will.
Well, I was going to say if you want to do that, I was going to have you actually make a wisdom check for it. If you want to use an intrusion token, it just succeeds to attach the bomb to the dagger in a way that'll actually travel with the dagger. So yeah,
I got
intrusion
a
token, it just
15
works.
on a wisdom check.
I would say difficulty 5 sounds about right for that. So no player intrusion needed. However, the attack is going to be base difficulty 9.
Great. How
as
many
this is-
intrusion tokens would it take to hit where I want?
Where do you want to hit?
So in my mind, he's got one strap left. I know he's got the ice happening, but the strap to me is going over his heart, and I would really like to stab him right there. Strap then into chest.
So, just to give you guys a better picture, he's basically created an ice breastplate. So
Oh,
where
I'm very
his entire
aware
upper
of
body
that,
is
yes.
covered in ice. So if you want to aim for that, I'm going to say even with a player intrusion token, you can't go through the ice and hit him. That would be a little bit more than you can do with a single
Okay.
intrusion. And
Is
you can only
his
use one
neck
intrusion
covered?
at a time.
Is his neck covered? Because that would lead to other interesting physiological questions. Or is it uncovered by ice, which would be the safer choice for him to have made in that moment?
I will say that he was not dumb enough to try and freeze his neck.
Great. Can I aim for his neck?
You can. So this is going
Great,
to be an
I would
attack
like to
against
aim for the neck.
him, not the.
Yes,
Not
but
this
I
time. Cool.
want with where the bomb hits. So if he goes through here, like the bomb is a little lower on the dagger, right? So that would then be around here.
So my question for you: what do you want as a result from this? Do you want to do damage to him? Do you want to try and start destabilizing the ice? Like, what is your end goal for this?
All the things.
So you can't do all of them with a single action. So you do have to pick. And if you want to do something else that's not pure damage, if you want to try and do something else to make him easier to hit or something like that, those are all things that you guys can do. You just have to kind of explain to me how you're doing them. That's one of the nice things about Cypher is the sky's the limit. If you want to do crazy things, you can. You just have
Could
to
I
explain
roll to hit him in the neck and then use an intrusion token for the bomb to go off?
Well, the bomb will go off if you hit him regardless.
I want the dagger to stab him in the neck and do damage, and then the bomb to do damage to the ice.
Okay. Can't do both at a single action. So that's, even with an intrusion token, you can't do both as a single action. It's either you attack to the chest or you attack him. That's the mechanics of how this fight is working.
Is that 89? I'm just going to keep asking questions that come to mind. So dagger does its own attack, and then the bomb would add to that.
Yeah, I'll consider the hand bomb a medium weapon, so it would do 4 damage.
Okay.
I believe the dagger is a light weapon, so that's 2. Right?
Okay. Yeah, it's 2.
Just an FYI, if you attack with a light weapon in the Cypher system, it does ease the attack by 1 level. So anytime you are using your daggers, you could just start by reducing it by 1 and then move on.
Yeah.
So, that being said, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll attack him. Why not? If he can
Okay.
make ice. I'll leave it up to the one with heat ray abilities.
Okay. So, again, starting point is 9. Light weapon brings it down to 8. What else would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll burn an intrusion token.
For...
Making sure it hits. I'm gonna say the intrusion token is to help me with the aim and counterbalancing the bomb, so can it take it down?
Yeah, I'll give you... I'll say the intrusion token counts as 2 assets. So that brings it down to a 6. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will burn an effort token.
Okay. And that'll bring it down to 5.
And then I will burn a reroll because I got a 14.
So, Zariah, while this is going on, what quip are you using to distract him this time?
Billy, aim for his ego. It's the only thing still inflated.
Okay. I really wish that would have given me like a 19, but I got an 18.
Still good. So you watch as Dilly from their bracer of effectively unlimited daggers, they pull out one of the daggers and kind of at the same time they kind of bring it around, and you guys can't see what Dilly is doing at first, and then they just bring out this dagger with a bomb dangling from it. You kind of see this little grin and a wink, and Zariah, as soon as you see that, you make your little comment, and he kind of looks at you and just gives you this stink eye, and then so grand total, I think that's 6 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So.
just down to 8.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
All right. He's pissed. Motto, what you gonna do?
They come
So a lot of my attacks, if I recall correctly from the last time, were basically just to get things to topple on top of him. Are there still some of those, or am I able to now hit him directly?
You can try hitting him directly. Again, Zariah is easing attacks made against him right now to make it slightly easier. Or again, if you want to attempt to try and do something to the ice breastplate, you can go that route as well.
Would it be a higher? It would be a higher difficulty to go for the ice breastplate, correct?
Any attack against him is going to start at difficulty 9.
How many effort tokens do I have? 2.
It's a great question, and it could be more if anyone in chat.
15. Okay. I'm gonna shoot for the breastplate.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab one of the. So I think I'm in my Etsu form. So I'm gonna press the button on my arm. One of the shields are gonna pop up, and I want it to like. I'm gonna aim it at the wall, hit it at the wall so it bounces and then goes directly. And that's mostly for flavor. To bounce off and then just go directly for the breastplate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna be. I have 2 effort tokens, which would bring it to difficulty 7. Shoot. Okay.
So ways you can reduce it further are, if you have a skill that you believe applies to this, you can do that, or you can look for an asset from somewhere. If you can come up with a thing, well, I think this would make things easier for me from the environment. One of your allies tries to help you. Those are all different ways that you can get assets. Assets are basically just something that is helping you do the task.
Okay. Does the quip thing that's happening help at all? No, probably not.
That's what gets it
Billy
down
is
to
still
starting.
singing, and I would like to just like blanket roll to be an asset for everyone.
I won't let you blanket roll it.
I know, but meaning like every time it's someone's turn, I would like to roll for that singing to be an asset.
In the same way that I allowed Chax to basically reduce it for the rest of combat, if you want to burn a player intrusion token, we could just say that the song that never ends is going to make it base 8.
Oh, that's a different song.
Goes on and on, my friend.
So yeah, if that's what you'd like to do, you could burn a player intrusion for that. Otherwise, every time you want to use it, it's going to be a DC 5 Wisdom, or
base
difficulty
8.
5 Wisdom.
Yeah, I'm fine just rolling every time.
Okay, so go for it. So if she succeeds, that's going to bring it down to a 6, which is technically hittable for you.
I did. I got a 16.
All right, so yeah, there is a benefit to you rolling every time, which is anytime you roll a 19 or a 20, you get an effect. So yeah, right now difficulty is 6, motto. So
Do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else. Okay. Everyone pray for my dice luck today. I'm gonna re-roll that.
If you would like to send Motto an intrusion token,
So, Zariah, you see Motto start going full on Captain America. He spins, tosses his shield. What is your quip?
Mado, make sure it hits the harness or his pride. They're both pretty easy to dent.
God damn it. Fail.
So, real quick from Imp, we have 2 reroll tokens, 3 reroll tokens with
Hey!
Do Better, Get Good, and Just Do the Thing.
Imp, you know my rolling. What do you mean? Alright. I'm gonna continue to roll then. I'm gonna burn those tokens. Alright, let me offer the thing. Nope. Burning another. Natural 20! There we go!
yay!
All right, so
Thank you, Imp.
you
Imp, thank
succeed.
you!
Start thinking about what you would like for your major effect.
Can my major effect be making it shatter more in a way that it's like not as helpful to him?
Yeah, you could effectively
Like-
do extra damage.
Yeah, I'd like to hit like a weak, like one of like the structurally weakest part of the
Of the ice.
ice breastplate thing. Look,
Sure.
look, man, I don't know words good. I'm trying my best.
Says the actor. All right, so
I said what I said. God damn it.
He says
You got-
other people's words, not his own.
you guys watch as Mato starts rushing forward. He taps something on his arm, and you watch as a shield kind of pops up. He takes it, does a backspin, and launches it. And at first, you guys go, "What the hell is he doing?" It's not aimed for. It's not aimed for Aganeru at all. But as it hits one of the pillars in the back and ricochets, you guys see exactly what it's doing. And Aganeru realizes it just slightly too late. The shield impacts his ice chest, and you watch as massive cracks form of it in it. Little pieces start falling off. It's still there. It's still reinforcing the harness, but it looks like a stiff wind would probably get entirely rid of it. That being said, it
Can a
is,
dash be a stiff wind?
well, it is Adesh's turn
Heyo.
right now,
He would make some kind of comment about the stiff aspect of that.
and
Oh,
Elias
What?
Elias has specifically told me to play Adesh as a way to help you guys. So
Thank you so much, Elias. We might not die because of you.
since he has just regained in the last battle, he regained his ability to control his fire, which had been changed into Shadow Flame, and now he has access to both his Shadow Power and Fire. He is actually, he has an ability. He has an ability called Remote Detonation,
Love it.
which is what he's
Good.
going to use. He's an edge of 3, so that's not going to be difficult. So base 8. What do we have for effort tokens? He's got 3 effort tokens, and I'm going to be the one rolling. He's got a decent amount of power, so I'm going to use 2 efforts. One of those going to be a token. So he only has to spend 2 power points to do this. So that brings us from an 8 to a 6, right? If my math is correct. And then I'm just going to look at his skills real quick to see if I've got something. No, it's just lore stuff that he's got for skills. Yeah, so, Ilea, go ahead and make your annoying song roll.
The annoying song roll got a 17.
Cool. All right,
Lights
so
are
that
getting
means we're at a
nice
difficulty
today.
5,
Thank you.
which theoretically I should be able to do.
On paper.
Well, that was a 12.
Hey. We're storytellers. Paper matters.
So he has 16 intrusion tokens. My word. You know what? Because he
He's
gave me
been
access.
holding on to
Yeah,
16.
he's worse than me. I don't
I'm sorry,
have
Elias. I
money.
probably shouldn't have said that. I just was shocked.
No,
He's-
I am also shocked. The way I go through those to fucking help his butt.
I'm
But
sorry,
he probably
Elias.
has no rerolls. That's what he needs to use.
Yeah, he does.
usually.
I was about to use his last reroll token, and knowing the way that I roll, it wouldn't have helped. So I'm going to burn an intrusion to the token to have him just kind of focus. So you guys watch as Adesh, as all this stuff is happening, Adesh just kind of focuses. He raises his hand and turns it over, and full-on Colonel Mustang just kind of snaps. And you watch as the icy chest just kind of explodes. The harness is hanging on by a thread at this point.
Really quickly, can Dilly go, I'm glad I inspired you, and then go back to singing?
Go ahead. So that being said,
Oh, Dilly.
the countdown moves to 1. As you can see him slowly start regaining some of his power. And again, I am going to burn a GM intrusion token to give him a little extra oomph in his step. You see him kind of stop, and he goes, "This is my world. I have the power, I have the control, and you are not going to win!" And you see him just do this burst of energy, and the countdown reaches 0. Go ahead. I know, I'm looking right at you. I don't understand why you don't understand who I'm talking about. I know, what?
So when he does that,
Sure.
stretching his chest the way he does,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use a player intrusion token that actually snaps that last thread.
Yes, please. Please.
His
That'd be
own
great.
gesture
All right.
throws it off of him. So while he gets it, and then it goes sliding across the floor. If
We've annoyed him so
is
much
how
he
you
wasn't
use a
thoughtful.
player intrusion token. That's my last.
choose even or odd for me.
We go even.
Okay. The first time I've rolled an odd. So,
God.
he sits there and goes, "This is enough," and he goes, and you watch as this wave of magic goes. The giant ice wall that he created shatters. You all have to kind of shelter yourself from the ice shards that are just falling all around you. The area is just kind of in a stunned silence as you all kind of look around. And you notice that the guards that have been frozen are blinking. They turn towards you. They bring their spears to bear. You see the chieftain suddenly start moving again. She draws her twin scimitars and starts moving towards you, menacing. As all of this is happening, I know you look around and you notice the secret stone is no longer attached to his chest. It is at his feet. And he doesn't seem to have realized yet that it's there. Unfortunately, because I rolled odd, you are the only person that has noticed that the secret stone is no longer attached. So that being said, again, you are all going simultaneously. Who would like to go first?
I know.
I thought.
I think this is your window. Go for it, girl.
Is there any way I am able to separate from a key while doing this?
Because of kind of how intense this is, I'm going to say this. If you decide to separate from a key, for the rest of combat, you won't be able to remerge because you'll just be too tired to remerge.
Okay, cool. That makes absolute sense. I will strike that then. Okay, I would like. How big is that secret stone?
Secret stones are about this large. They're
Great,
not massive.
Great.
If you play Tears of the Kingdom, like they're roughly about that size.
Yeah. Perfect. I would like to do a thing I once read in the book because it was really cool, and if I can manage it, it'll be really cool. Because he's a tall guy, right?
Yeah, I mean Gerudo.
Great.
Tend to be tall in general.
Great. Today the small shall inherit the earth. I'm gonna run and try and slide, like grabbing it as I go. But before I do that, I'm gonna reach into my bag of marbles
Okay.
and I want to pull out something that looks comparatively the same size.
This is not a use of your bag of marbles I've thought of before, but I think this is going to be hilarious.
This is very Moana.
Because this is very much oh, she's covered in bioluminescent algae. So I'm like, oh, it's like going like, okay, I think I've got the one that looks kind of that same. If you just glance at it, in the
Sure.
rush of things.
So you bring out one of the, what were they called? Shooters, the bigger marbles?
Yeah.
So you get out one of the
Little
bigger
shooter.
martels. What I am going to have you do, I'd like you to roll me a wisdom check. We're going to call this a difficulty 5. And this is just going to be to see, because you're running right at him, to see how distracted he is to not notice you.
Then can I
doing
distract
this.
him first?
I will let you do that as an asset. So that brings
Okay.
it down to a difficulty 4.
Also, hi.
I'm
Difficulty 3 if you
If I roll.
succeed.
18.
okay. I'm gonna
Cool.
Good
I'm
job,
gonna-
Black Dice.
just since wisdom's not my normal thing, I'm gonna also use a little thing of effort. Bring that down just so I've got it down to a 2 now. It's gonna be fine. You better fix my leg, you little shit. I'm kidding. I love you. Into the fairy circle you go.
Do you have a reroll? That looks like the face that needs a reroll.
I have a 20.
It's the better face. Yay!
So
When you do
It's-
all, it
it's-
reminds me of like when like you're like the phrase, if you have it, you won't need it. And I'm like, I'm not going to be mad
was
at all the
really
things that was
hoping
expended
you
for
would-
that. If you have it, you won't need it. If you
I
have
was
it, you won't need it.
Really hoping you would roll a 20
So-
after we did all of it.
I am going to decide your major effect for you because
That's fine.
something is about to happen that hasn't happened.
You
in this
made me
campaign
really
yet.
cool last time, so.
So, I know, Zariah, you are kind of watching all of this. You watch as the wall shatters. You see the massive amount of troops that you guys are going to be fighting in a couple seconds here. And you're kind of glancing around to see how your friends are doing. And you look at Aino, and she has that look. You've seen it before. It's this look of, I am a chaos demon, and I shall show you how demonic I can be. And so
knowledge is the true power.
not knowing what she's going to do, but knowing that it will probably work better if she's not being focused. You instantly give me a quip.
Okay. Can I hold on? Can I actually narrate this? But if
Go
yours
ahead.
is cooler, then let's go for that. So seeing my little chaos demon activate, can I fly in the opposite direction that she's looking and go, "Oh, darling, you think you're the main character? You're more like a filler arc."
So you guys watch as Zariah
We're getting literary with our burns.
instantly knows what's going on,
Well, yes,
flies
I can make
over,
it fit you.
and you even you have been keeping your distance this entire time because that's smart. You realize what's going on here, and you realize he's starting to understand what's going on. He's starting to understand your little grift here, and so you got fine. You want to play this? So you guys watch. She dives straight into his face, kind of veers off to the side, but gets close enough that he just instinctively kind of turns towards you, and you kind of flare your wings out, and just stand there, and then go ahead and give the line again.
Oh, darling, you think you're the main character? You're more like a filler arc.
And you see him just get infuriated, and you watch as lightning starts to kind of leap from his eyes, and you see it gathering in his hands, and you can tell he is about to unleash a thunderstorm against you.
Can she just give that really annoying sibling smirk and a chuckle?
As this is happening, you see movement out of the corner of your eye. Aino starts rushing forward. On all fours, very fox-like. You could feel the spirit of Eki just kind of taking over. And so you watch as she's kind of dodging around, and she reaches, and Zariah, you watch as something shiny kind of falls down and lands exactly where the secret stone was just a moment ago. And Aino grabs the secret stone and keeps going. However, Aino, as soon as you touch the secret stone, everything stops. Do I have the right thing? We'll use this. Everything stops. As you sit there and grab it, you kind of look around, full on kind of like bullet time effect happening. You can see the lightning that was dancing around the body of Aganeru freeze in midair. You see bits of dust and things in the air just pause. You look beside you and you see a figure that you've never seen before, but for some odd reason seems incredibly familiar. They are vaguely humanoid shaped and seem to be made entirely of like light almost. And as you kind of look over, the creature without any real features just kind of looks at you, and you can't tell how you know this, but you know that they smiled at you. And you get the idea, oh, a key? And then the Power Rangers start playing.
We're all transformed in the
So you
next
could
moment.
see a key there,
I'm fine.
and a key's looking at you, and again, wordlessly, you kind of communicate, neither of you knows what's going on right now. And you look into your hand and you can see the secret stone, but when it was on the floor, it was radiating this shadow energy. And now it's not. And you kind of look at it for a second, and it slowly raises into the air and kind of moves off a little ways. And then you see another figure kind of start to appear. And I know that you've played the Ocarina of Time. The kind of stand-ins that they use for the three goddesses, that kind of light polygonal figure, the secret stone kind of manifests something that looks identical to that. And it starts green and then shifts into red and then shifts into blue and keeps shifting between these three colors. And you suddenly hear in your head, "And who are you?"
Is someone trying to save the world?
Fascinating. Why does the world need saving?
People are trying to undo it and control it rather than letting it be the beautiful, wild thing it is. Nothing can survive in a cage. Nothing can grow. And if we cannot grow, we die.
And again, there's no facial feature to this thing, but you get the feeling that it's smirking. You are
Like
very
an icky smirk?
no, kind of a bemused, like someone said something unintentionally funny or endearing, I guess might be the right thing.
Mm.
Where someone says something, you're just like, oh, that's nice. So, again, you hear the voice, "You are very different from the last one. You make an interesting point. However," and it kind of shifts, "you are not." And the Aki figure looks at this being and then looks back to Aino and just kind of moves a little bit closer to you, kind of reaches its formless hand out and kind of grabs your hand. "Oh, you're a baby. Fascinating. We've
This is
never
my family.
What did you say?
This is my family.
fascinating. Your kind exists separately. We've never encountered one who exists both separately and simultaneously with another.
That's how we grow, no? New things we learn every day.
You realize what you have here could make you unfathomably powerful. More powerful than anyone else in your world. Right?
Respectfully, goddesses. No. Anyone who has family, chosen or otherwise, is equally powerful.
You are not quite ready for all that this entails. But you have impressed us. We are not the goddesses,
Oh, forgive me.
but we have been touched by them. And now, for a brief moment, we will allow you that gift. Use it wisely.
Are you trapped as well?
You are suddenly back. As you look around, the weird part about this, you were in mid-motion when it happened. So as you are sucked back, you are also in mid-motion. And so it takes you
Oh,
a
gosh.
few moments
Oh.
to realize what's going on. You kind of trip over yourself a little bit and kind of roll and slam up against a wall. But you look down and the secret stone isn't in your hand anymore. And you're trying to go, what the hell happened? You kind of reach around and you realize you have a new hairpin that you didn't have before. And you feel the shape, and you currently have the power of a secret stone. Now, mechanically, I have a thing that this does. It unlocks your Hyrule focus. I don't have that prepared today because I wasn't expecting
That's
you to pick
okay,
it up.
friend.
However,
I was gonna give it to Adesh, but apparently in touching it, that happened, so we
well,
rolled with it.
this is a temporary thing. So
Yeah.
just for this brief moment, the secret stones enhance your. Actually, I have notes in my phone for this. I'm gonna remember exactly what it was I did for yours. Oh! This is the one that I gave for you because it just makes sense. No, we're about to find out if I know you as well as I think I do. So, the focus that you will get once you unlock a permanent secret stone is referred to as copy superpowers. The way the secret stones work is they enhance the natural ability of the user. And your natural ability is knowledge. You become so knowledgeable that you can actually learn what other people do and actually get the ability to mimic abilities from basically anyone that you meet. There's mechanics to it. We'll deal with that later once you actually unlock a secret stone. But for this brief moment in time, you can see the Matrix effectively. You can look at anyone and instantly understand not only what they can do, but how you could do it as well. And because you've taken this secret stone, you are immediately going to get a second turn with this new ability. So my question for you is what would you like to do with anyone's
So I know
ability that you
exactly
can see?
how he did all the things.
Yes. Right now you have
I'm going to
effectively-
release all the people,
Okay.
specifically with the knowledge of what has happened. With just a simple, like, everyone deserves to be free. Like
So
repeating what I said to those goddesses, or not goddesses.
So, you pick up the stone, you kind of roll forward, smack your head a little bit. You get up, you realize this, and then you're looking around and you just understand how everything's working. You suddenly understand why Adesh was having such a hard time controlling his shadow flame. You understand the myriad of calculations that Zoraya makes every time she kind of shifts in the air to make sure that she stays a little aloft. You instantly kind of understand Mato's very analytical mind and how he was able to calculate the exact angle he needed to bank shot that shield. And then you look at you look at Aganeru and you realize, oh, that makes sense. Oh, this is stupid. And you just kind of stand up, and you guys all watch as Aino kind of goes over, and as she hits the wall, everyone kind of looks at her. And Aino kind of brushes herself off, and she kind of looks everywhere really quickly, and something about Aino is different. Like, she has this confidence behind her normal intellectual visage that just seems greater. Like, she may be small, but she's standing very tall. And she looks around and she locks eyes with Adesh, and she kind of goes, okay. And then she looks at Zoraya and goes, okay. And then she looks at Aganeru and she's like, this is stupid. And she waves her hand and she goes, everyone should be free. And suddenly all of the people aiming spears and coming towards you guys just pause for a second. But it's not like they're frozen. They just kind of blink. And they look around. And they shift their spears towards Aganeru. The chieftain of the Gerudo, still moving forward. She, at first, I know you think for just a brief moment something went wrong. She hasn't changed what she's doing. She's still walking directly towards you guys. She has both scimitars drawn. And then that instant knowledge kicks in, and you realize she technically has changed her direction. Barely noticeable. She's no longer walking at you. She's walking at Aganeru. Yes?
Unfortunately, I think because our lovely Aaliyah needs to go, that sounds
Oh.
like a really good way to
Yeah.
button
Okay.
it. That feels like a very good to be
Unfortunately,
continued.
that is where we're going to end it for today.
I do like that in your description of Aino looking at people and understanding how they work, Aino doesn't even bother to look at Dilly.
Did you look at Motto, or did I miss
I get
that
that
fact?
one.
Yeah.
Did you look
No,
at Motto?
my-
You got looked at, yeah.
My chaos friends, I don't need to look at you to understand you. We are just harmonizing on the same frequency.
That's fair.
So, as always, if you missed any of this, you can actually watch it right here on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SylvanUniverseTV. Otherwise, we do also upload these to the YouTube channel eventually. That's youtube.com/ZeldaUniverse.tv. Just go to the playlist section. We have a Tears of the Realms playlist, and everything is all there. Otherwise, again, that's going to be all for us today. And we will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.